Yo, I don't know what make my son think he can beat me at Gang Beasts. I do him in every time, and he just keep coming back for more. That's what I do. Yeah. I'm about to mess up some lamb chops tonight. Not bad meaning bad, but bad meaning good. You better ask Run DMC if you don't know. What's up, everybody? This is Chef Anthony Albrittain, the Carolina cook, cooking, tasting, and eating the Carolinas. Triple threat. Yeah. If you know the song, sing along. That's what it is, y'all. Now, tonight, something special. Threw my wallet in the pot. Wallet in the pot. That means we cooking money, baby. I love you, Dad, my best friend, Anthony Jr. That's my Father's Day wallet. So I didn't just throw my wallet in the pot, I threw my good wallet in the pot. We cooking money today. Got some lamb chops. I don't think Mary Had a Little Lamb would approve of this episode. Alright. So y'all come with me and see how I cooked up these lamb chops, alright? Smothered lamb chops, Southern style. Smothered like how Mama used to smother that chicken and them pork chops. Yeah, and I got some mashed potatoes. Let me get my doggone wallet back before Mary try to make me pay her for her lamb. I'm adding potatoes and salt to hot water that I'm going to bring to a boil to soften the potato. I'm going to chop 1 yellow onion. All right, y'all know what time it is. It's time to shed some tears, because cutting onions is so sad that it brings tears to your eyes. I heard somebody say that if you put an onion in the freezer for like 30 minutes before cutting it up, that'll help with the eye irritation, but I tried that a few times and it didn't really help me. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna milk this onion joke every time I cut an onion. All right, time to check back in on these taters. All right, now that they're on a rolling boil, I'm gonna reduce the heat and let them soften on out. All right, added bonus, I'm gonna saute some green peppers in butter and oil. I decided that I'm going to add some green peppers to my mashed potatoes. I don't always go straight into cooking with a plan. Sometimes I just have an idea of what I'm going to make, then it goes from there. All right, I had those potatoes on a low simmer, and as you can see, they're about ready to be mashed. All right, let's go ahead and drain these bad boys. All right, I'm gonna jump back on these bell peppers before they get too far gone, and go ahead and throw some onions in there too. When I'm cooking on the fly, you can only just keep up with me because I be switching gears. I'm gonna go ahead and flavor this saute with some garlic and herb seasoning. All right, it's time to step on these potatoes and smash them. Nothing like freshly mashed potatoes. All right, now I'm going to add my sauteed garlic and herb flavored peppers and onions to my mashed potatoes. This will be my first time hooking mashed potatoes up like this. My remaining butter goes in there. Some sour cream. Not water, not milk. Chicken broth. Yo, there's a lot of firsts in this episode. This is my first time using broth in mashed potatoes. I'm gonna smother these lamb chops, Southern style. Let's add some beef bouillon powder. Yo, the grocery store sold me a brick. This stuff is rock solid. I'm gonna have to beat on it to get it loose enough to get some on the lamb chops. Some steak seasoning. Some soul food seasoning. Boy, I'm drizzling like rain up in here right now. Some chicken bouillon powder. Sprinkle that seasoning, make it taste like heaven. Some black pepper. Let's do a little garlic. Let's flip them over and season the other side the same way with the same seasonings. I know I'm doing this kind of backwards, y'all, but I'm really just cooking on the fly. All right, I got both sides nice and seasoned. See how that looks, right? You can see that sitting off in there. Now what I'm gonna do is just throw the flour on there. I'm not worrying about really seasoning my flour because I'm gonna smother these Southern style. So the flavor is all gonna be in the gravy, really. So it doesn't matter at this point. Right. And y'all saw how well seasoned those chops are, so it'll be all right. Dredged in flour. I'm gonna dredge them one more time, you know, before I put each one of them in the oil. So make sure I got them. I would do it old school country style and shake them up in a plastic bag, but I'll just do it this way. You know, give them one more good dredge before putting them in that oil. Yo, it didn't really take any time to fry up these lamb chops because it relatively takes 4 to 6 minutes to fry up lamb chops. Doesn't take long at all. Now I'm going to transfer them from the wok over to the rack to let them drain. You don't want to crowd your pan when you're frying, but the wok was such a good size that I was able to fry all 8 lamb chops. See how versatile woks are and how good they fry? Golden brown. I can hear these chops singing, living my life like it's golden, golden. This is my first living time my life like it's golden. Beautiful. All right, now let's prepare the gravy to smother these, I was about to say pork chops. They look like little, some type of pork chops, don't they? Let's prepare this gravy to go ahead and smother these lamb chops. One thing I miss about eating pork was pork chops, so this is a good pork chop substitute. Okay, y'all, bear with me. We get in there. Now it's time to start on the roux to begin our pan gravy to smother these chops. So we're going to start by sauteing some onions in veggie oil. You can use fresh oil, but for more flavor, it'll probably be best to use some of the oil that you fried the chops in. While the onions sauteing, I'm going to go ahead and chop up some garlic. You don't want to put the garlic in there at the same time anyway, because the garlic will burn. All right, let's start adding some flour. Start making a roux for the gravy. All right, you don't want to burn your roux, so you want to keep it going. I'm going for a golden brown on mine. Okay, every seasoning you saw me put on the lamb chops is what I'm going to put in the roux. Now that I'm achieving like a little golden brown on that flour, I'll go ahead and add the garlic that I chopped up. All right, now after sauteing the garlic around a little bit, we're going to go ahead and add the broth and get started on this gravy. This is what's going to form this gravy. That broth is going to turn all that lumped up flour that was stirred up into these onions and stuff into a loose gravy. See how that pan gravy has formed? Throw a sprig of rosemary in there, sprig of parsley. Get some aromatics in there. Let's wake this up with a little accent. Just a little dab of accent. That pot was too big, man. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is just add the chops to a iron skillet, cast iron skillet. Pour that gravy on there. I forgot a while ago, if you look way back over my old YouTube videos, you will see that me and my son made a video where I broke the top to that pot. So I don't even have a top to put on there. So I can salvage a pot top that'll fit the top of this skillet. Let me go ahead and pour the gravy on top of this. All right, all we doing now is playing a waiting game now, waiting for these chops to turn tender. That's all we waiting on. We waiting on these fried chops to turn tender. Now, if y'all notice, every video when I put a top on that don't fit the top don't fit the pot is always the same top. And I'm gonna tell you the same thing I always say. It's not a country kitchen if the top fits the pot. All right, so I'm gonna turn the heat down on that now that I got a nice simmer. I'm gonna bring the heat down and let that cook. All right, y'all, I know a lot's going on in this video, but let's get back on these potatoes, okay? They're just about ready, but I'm getting ready to hit them with a little razzle dazzle. We're gonna hit them with some black pepper. Garlic powder. You'll notice garlic powder go with just about everything you cooking. A little accent. Hit it with some cheese. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the heat off on these. And as they cool off and rest, of course, it'll firm up a little more. All right, y'all, you want to periodically check on your chops. Make sure that, you know, they got the adequate amount of liquid. And you want to move them around a little bit. You don't want them to just sit in one place and burn or nothing like that. Now, you got to check on them. These chops are like kids. Sometimes you got to peek your head in the room and see what they're doing. Lamb chops done. I'm going to go ahead and turn the heat off on them. Everything's done. Let me go ahead and, y'all know the drill. Let me go ahead and present a plate. Okay, y'all, that is my presented plate. Red skin mashed potato with peppers and onions in it. Smothered, fried and smothered lamb chop with pan gravy, garnished with a sprig of rosemary. Speaking of Mary, I think we need to find Mary and ask her if she wants some of this little lamb. The way this came out, she'll go from being a lamb lover to a lamb lover. Work it, work it, work it. You better work those chops. Twirl, twirl. There you go, work. There you go, beautiful. All right, moment of truth, y'all. Let's see. I'm in my mobile kitchen, so everything in the mobile kitchen is gonna be plastic cutlery. So gourmet hood meal is what it is. Yo, this thing tastes like every flavor in the rainbow. Let's try these mashed potatoes. All right, as y'all can see, I kept getting back on them potatoes, right? I ain't never hooked potatoes up like that before. That's pretty nice. Now let me show y'all how perfect this lamb came out. Nice, tender, perfection. Wait, you gotta wash this down with a very fine drink. Hold up. I don't care what kind of drinks exist on the planet. My favorite drink is ice cold water. Don't get it twisted now. This is a meal that you would probably have to pair with a nice fine wine. That's what God gave us before we came up with anything else. Listen, just remember, if you're not happy, you just might not be eating good. If y'all like my content, please do this. Liketh, shareth thou the love, and subscribeth unto my channel, and smiteth that notification button. Thank ya.